The point is, do we have it and are we ready to lead? And I'm going to leave you with this here. As a young lieutenant, my hair was a little shorter than this back in 1987. I met my unit out in the field in the West. We got back, and my first tour of duty was in Berlin when it was still a divided city. That June, Ronald Reagan came to the Brandenburg Gate, and I got an invitation. I'm gonna go ahead and say, they may want to use this as a campaign against me, but I'll go. It's kind of a funny story. The last two letters in lieutenant, LT. The first and the last letter are lost. A lieutenant will get you lost at least once, and I've done it. I got myself lost on that day that Reagan came to Berlin. So what I did is, I said, after lieutenant, I read the little underground train map. Okay, I'm right here. The Brandenburg Gate's right there. So all I need to do is get on this subway here and go there. I'll be there. Got there, and as I was riding on the train, I noticed something. I've seen communism. Interesting point here. President Obama and I are about the same age. He's had international travel, and I've had international travel. And the America that I saw overseas is vastly different from the America that he saw. The America that I saw clothed the world, cared for the world, defended for the world, sacrificed for the world. The America that I saw was not an excuse. It was not an apology. But I was on that subway train, and all of a sudden, it started getting dark and dreary. And what I come to find out, I was almost an international incident. I was in East Berlin. I was the only black guy on the train. Had a very short haircut. And when I looked out, the East German Polizei were on the rafters with their submachine guns. And I said, okay, how is this going to sound? African-American lieutenant, defects to the east. Because that's how they would have spent it. On Ronald Reagan's visit. So I was like, oh boy. Get out of this. There was an East German that was sitting across from me on the train, and he said, and that was instructive too, because when I was in East Berlin, Bob, it got dreary and it got dark. And as the train went back to the west, all of a sudden it got bright and sunny again. That was not the real important part of the story. The real important part of the story, what principled leadership, and in this case, principled Republican leadership means. When Ronald Reagan got up on the podium and he challenged Gorbachev to tear down the wall. And they were cheering, and I was just there, whatever. Before I left, there was no wall. That's what principled leadership does. And he was told countless of times, don't say that, don't do that. That's going to make people feel uncomfortable. It's going to, don't do that. That's going to make the Russians feel bad. Don't do that. No. As I told someone, this campaign is going to compete in every county. We're going to compete for black votes. We're going to compete for white votes. We're going to compete for Democratic votes. We're going to do that because we love people. I need your help. I need your help to elect me. I need your help to elect Scott Cooper to be county commissioner. I need your help to elect the county commissioner from Nacogdoches. There is no doubt in my mind, no doubt in my mind, when I ask people, do you think it's right? Do you think it's right for people to come to this country legally and get public benefits? They say no. Do you think it's right for appraisal district to unelected appraisal district to raise your taxes? Do you think that's right? They say no. Do you think it's right for people from New England and the Northeast to come in and try to dictate the principles and values that we teach our kids in their classroom? They say no. And that's why I have no doubt in my mind, Wayne Christmas, come January the 1st, or whenever we take the oath, that I will be standing in Austin. Thank you very much.